What is this intriguing brass disc that's hanging from a thin rope on a gold-colored arch behind it and a wooden platform underneath? It has light gold lettering on the top of the brass disc, but is very hard to see. I found it in an abandoned apartment here in the US. I was a facilities manager cleaning an apartment after the people moved out and found this thing sitting on a desk and was the only thing in the apartment. It will clink almost like a bell when the brass disc hits the arch, but I'm not sure if that's actually what it's meant for. Thank you for any help. That is a Tibetan tingsha on a pedestal. They are generally made of copper metal alloys, such as bronze or brass. They provide harmonic high-pitch lingering sounds. They are used in the Tibetan religion in prayers, rituals, meditation and healing. There should be a little wooden striker with it. My mother-in-law gave me one exactly like it when we got married. What are these carved tusks? Seem to be ivory. The white one is approximately 20 inches and has a carving of a woman standing on two elephants, holding a basket with a bird in it. It has an elephant carved into the top as well. The bottom is broken off and hollow. The black object is about 14 inches and also has a carving of a woman with a basket on her head and a man's face at the top. This one may have been broken at the bottom and does not appear hollow. I'm not sure what it's made of, but it looks like a tusk. Both have holes bored into them, but I don't see any way of playing the objects like a flute. No clue about the age or location of origin. Please help. These are definitely instruments. Both are the top parts of stringed harps, such as a mingbedu harp. The holes are where the pegs go. You can see that the bottom looks broken or unfinished because it is missing the large bottom resonation piece that was covered in some sort of animal skin, like snake skin, antelope skin or other skin. Most of these instruments have 5 to 10 holes where the pegs go and where the strings attach and run down to the base of the resonating body. What is this small metal box plugged into a 1960s-era house? It has wires coming out the bottom. This has been plugged into an outlet in a bedroom since the 1960s. The family who has lived in the house for the last 50 years doesn't know what it's for. What is this thing? This is a Princess telephone power supply. It provides the AC voltage to light up the dials. It was usually wired to the black and yellow wires of the 4-wire telephone cord. I have removed dozens of these from houses and apartments. What are these glass cones found in thrift shops? The tip has no hole. The thrift shop owner had no idea what it is either. There were plenty more of them in the background. The glass seemed to be for containing or holding something. There were some not so smooth edges. Any ideas? Looks like a tea light holder. My mom has a candle holder that is a wrought iron figure holding these same glass cones. I've always loved it. What is this greenish color item? It weighs roughly 5 to 10 ounces and doesn't move. It's made of plastic and metal and doesn't smell weird. I have no idea what it is. I'm hoping you guys here could tell me what this is, because the two gentlemen I spoke to at my local sporting goods store had no idea either. I pulled this from a tackle box out of an apartment basement, and 5 to 6 of these were in it. Some are in better shape than others. What is it? It's a swim feeder. They are filled with bait, normally maggots, and cast out, dispersing the bait into the area being fished. This free bait draws fish into the area and encourages them to feed and improves the chances of them taking the baited hook. What is this strange building in the middle of nowhere in England? Has 2 antennas on one side and looks like there might be a third on the side opposite the road. Large black circular structures on the walls. Haven't gotten too much information from Google as to what it could be. My best guess might be some sort of radio relay, given the 2 visible antennae, but it is hard to tell. It is just down a random lane in the middle of nowhere near a farm. There is no signage either on the road or leading to it. It's an abandoned microwave relay station, disguised in the style of a local farm building. The gray dome is a plastic transparent to the microwaves but neatly conceals the aerials behind it, used to transmit telecommunications signals over transcontinental distances. They were often located on tall buildings and mountaintops, with their antennas on towers to get maximum range. What is this contraption found on a hiking trail in Utah? Made of several flat and round pieces of metal, held together by screws with a thicker hollow part. running parallel to the longest metal strip. I found it about 20 feet away from the Taylor Creek hiking trail in Zion National Park. It appears to be very old. There are some very old log houses that were built by settlers farther along the trail. So I'm wondering if this is from around that time period. I've got no leads other than that. It is about 3 feet long, maybe 4. I don't remember exactly. That is a wagon break. It's funny because growing up in the countryside, this stuff was just trash. We'd move stuff it was dangerous for kids or animals, but it wasn't really considered any kind of relic. What is this small piece of black paper inside a Ziploc baggie? It's very thin. And it came with jewelry ordered online. The piece of jewelry came with a cleaning cloth and care instructions. There was a list of included items, but there is no mention at all about the little piece of black paper inside a Ziploc baggie. What is this? It's an anti-tarnish strip. They deter tarnishing by absorbing sulfides from the surrounding air. Keep it with the jewelry to prevent or slow the tarnishing process. They are also anti-static, providing protection from electrostatic discharge, which makes them perfect for protecting electronics. What is this 7.5 centimeters metal folded pyramid-shaped strange fork? I found this among others in a box marked strange forks at my work in the restaurant. Nobody I asked knew what it could be used for. It says Vietnam on the inside. The back of the fork thing has a cutout. I've searched the internet for triangle forks and small forks and specialty forks, and haven't found it. We don't have any other super specialty utensils. What is it? It's a King Louis party fork, used in degustation service where you spike the food onto the fork and put it on the plate. The customer can then pick it up, eat it, and out the fork back. What is this gold-colored metal object? Heavier than expected for size, appears to have initials affixed at some point. Found in my deceased in-law's house when cleaning. Looks kinda like a zipper pull, but too big and heavy, and the end is wrong. The flat part tapers slightly, with the right end being slightly thicker than the left end where the ball is. What is this thing? It's a rotary telephone dialer, used to make dialing easier, preventing sore fingers and chipped fingernails. Telephone dialers came in a variety of styles and materials and became popular in the 1950s and 1960s. Some dialers were even made to rest in a telephone dial's finger holes when not in use, a design feature that reduced the risk of their being misplaced. What is this red hollow-looking plastic thing fixed to a pole near a lagoon? I found this at the Netherfield Lagoons in Nottingham, UK. It's somewhat close to the water. It is behind a fence, so I could not get photos of the other side. There are no visible marks or logos on it. What is this thing? It's a life-saving ring, or at least it was. Looks like the hinge front cover is missing, and probably the ring is missing too. What is this strange brass light thing with a counterweight? It has baffled me as to its purpose, and I've been trying to work it out for years. It can be adjusted in and out, presumably to balance the thing. I purchased it off an online auction site years ago from a seller who didn't know what it was either, sold as a mystery object. There are no manufacturer's markings. What is it? It's a pendulum-style artificial horizon for a sextant. It is designed to replace the need for a clear view of the horizon when using a sextant, while maintaining a very similar experience. What is this thing made from iron and brass and has magnifying glass on it? It's 4 inches tall and 2.5 inches wide at its widest part. The date on it says 1945, and it also has the word set and reset at the bottom of the opening. All I know is it's something from World War II, as I bought it 6 years ago, but I have forgotten the name and the use. All I remember is that it's to do with fighter planes, and there was nothing on Google that helped me identify it. What is it? Please tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.